Hello.
Yeah, hi, this is Alex. I'm calling from United OPT. Am I speaking with Alfonso?
Yeah, this is him.
Yeah, hi, Alfonso. How are you doing today?
Good, man. Good.
Yeah, I'm also doing great. Well, Alfonso, I'm calling you from the customer support team, and I received the wonderful news that you've been placed as a business intelligence specialist. Congratulations for that.
Thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you guys.
Yeah, that's amazing to hear. Well, before we continue, I'd like to inform that this call is being recorded for marketing and evaluation purposes. Would it be okay if we proceed with the recording?
Of course. Go ahead.
All right, great, thank you. So, let's start by talking a bit about your journey with United OPT. Could you share like your overall experience with working with us?
Of course. I can tell you the story from the beginning. How I reached out to you guys and all the process of achieving to where I am. So when I got done with my school, I had two summer classes left, and I needed to find a job by the time I graduated because of my situation. I had no idea how the process worked, and I was worried. I was applying to some jobs online, and I was getting no responses. So I looked online for finding a job with an OPT, because that's where I'm an affiliated citizen. I'm an OPT, and I just need like a service, like a marketing service, to get to find a job. And then that's where I clicked on you guys' page. I think one of your representatives gave me a call. So I filled out a questionnaire. She gave me a call. We were on the phone. I asked her very specific questions like, how much do you charge? What does the service look like? What do you offer? And everything sounded just amazing. When I asked her what her closing rate was, it was 94%. And I think that was the measure that was most attractive to me. So when she said that, I was like, okay, where do I sign up? How do I start? And as soon as I signed up, they asked me amazing questions regarding what I wanted, what I studied, very specific questions. What was as an individual, where I wanted to work, what kind of work environment I wanted, what industries, the top 5 industries. It was so specific. I just loved that I was able to actually think of where I wanted to work. That really helped me throughout through my own process, what I want to do. And they gave me tens of lists of job titles that I could have. And that was just amazing. I was like, wow, I can really see myself selected. I didn't know there was this many job titles that I could have. And I was looking at some of the salaries, and they were pretty attractive. And I was like, wow, they really opened my eyes to the possibilities of actually working in corporate America. So I filled it out. It was all super smooth. The customer service was 10 out of 10. Like with you, Alex, and you always call me, see how I was doing. Every time I called you, you answered the phone. Even in some aspects where there were some delays on the resume and stuff. Yeah, you were reassuring me that they're working on it, that there were technical difficulties. And then the very next day, I got the resume and I got the cover letter, and it was beautifully written. They were able to scan perfectly through ATS systems. Like my whole resume was done perfectly. They added some things like industry standards, like putting some measures, like some actual numbers of increase. What I gave them, they reworded it in a way that was attractive for people to pick up my resume and not throw it into the garbage. So the same resume, they just made it more attractive to industry standards. So I thought it was super helpful. And right away, when the marketing started, I saw on the email that they got me to create hundreds of applications. I was so impressed with the amount of applications that were being done right at the same time. And that's when I understood, wow, they're really playing the numbers. So I was so impressed. Every day there were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of applications, and every day I would receive oh, you can apply, thanks for application, fill out this thing, do this thing, and I would just do them, and it just got me a lot more confidence that I would eventually get a job. It's an interview, and I started getting a bunch of interviews. I started interviewing. They helped me with how to interview. I got a one-on-one call with them, and whenever I needed to do an update on my resume, it was done right away. There was no trouble at all. It was all super smooth. It was so easy to work with, and because of that, I was able to land the perfect job. Now I'm working for a international bank in Miami, in Brickell, and I have an amazing salary, have amazing benefits, and I wouldn't have been able to do it without an FWT because I got another offer for another company. So at the end of the day, I had three. I got offered 3 jobs, and I was able to pick the best one, and I was able to leverage those other jobs to get a better salary. And it was all thanks to United FWT. I mean, I could have not applied to the amount of spaces that they were applying. It's like finding a needle in the haystack. Like, they really found the perfect job for me. And I could have not been happier. This bank, they speak Spanish. They need somebody who spoke Spanish, and I speak Spanish. So, like, they were the bridge between what this corporation needed and then what I was needing too. So they were able to unite us. They were able to unite people looking for me and unite to the people that I was looking for. So it was amazing, honestly. That's why I recommend United FWT to all my friends who are graduating from university. My cousins, I recommended to one of my cousins who also graduated, and he was in the same place that I was. And I was like, you have to call them. They will help you. And as a token of their gratitude, United FWT offered a portfolio, a lifetime service, which I was immensely grateful for. So just to showcase that they go above and beyond for their customers like myself. And that's why I say it, like, I could have not achieved this success for my job if it wasn't for United FWT. So I'm immensely grateful.
Yes, Alfonso, thank you so much for this kind words. Actually, it was a great experience that you had, and we are really glad we were able to meet your expectations here. Okay, so taking into account like everything you just mentioned, how would you rate all overall services, like in a scale of 1 to 10? The experience you had.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. No questions out. Seriously, no questions out. The price was fair. The service was fair. The customer service was fair. Like, I have generally no complaints. No complaints. You were always there for me throughout the whole process. I'm really grateful.
Okay, that's very good to hear. Thank you so much for that. And what part of our services did you find most valuable?
The resume application, the resume market. I mean, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of applications were being sent every day. And I in the resume building, the resume that you guys did was impeccable. It was seriously impeccable, and the cover letter as well. All of it, seriously, overall, it was just very professional.
All right, and in that, is there anything you would think like we can do better?
By the end, the only thing, like, by the end of the last month, there were less applications being sent. I don't know if that's like I don't know why was that, because I know at the beginning there was hundreds and hundreds of applications. By the end, the amount was less and less. But honestly, that was no complaint for me, because I was already getting like in a role. I was already like getting more and more. I was getting like more interviews and second interviews, so I wasn't really worried about that.
Yeah.
But honestly, I generally have no complaints. You guys offered me a service and delivered. Seriously, when I needed to talk to somebody, you answered. I have no complaints, because you gave me what you offered.
Wow, that's wonderful to hear. Well, since this recording will be shared to other international students who are considering also our services, what advice or insight would you give them based on your personal experience?
I would honestly advise them to find what people are hiring. There's a lot of jobs that are going to be gone. There's a lot of things that are being given in school that there's no jobs. Like, the job market is pretty hard, and I was just lucky enough to get a degree that was in demand. That's probably why I was able to get the job, because there's a lot of jobs that they're just hard to hire. So I would advise them, hey, what does people need in their companies, and then study that. You don't need arts majors. You need an engineer, an accountant, a lawyer. Things like basic things that everybody needs. Study that. Don't go out and study something that nobody needs, because then you end up without a job. So
that's true.
and they can't blame United LPT for doing the job, but then the job that you're seeking, there's no in demand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's true. Well, it's actually available at price. And you also mentioned we have offered you a digital portfolio as a bonus for your referral. And how was the portfolio? Like, what's the feedback you'd like to share about the portfolio that we created for you?
I thought it was pretty good, pretty thorough. There were some things that I wanted to change, especially because I think at the title it says digital marketing. I wanted to put as a data scientist, or actually I put business intelligence analyst. Now that that's my title, and I just wanted to know how the updates work, because it's a lifelong service. I want to know how do I leverage that. For example, like at any time I can send you an email and I can say, hey, I would like to change this. That's how it works.
Yeah, that's actually how it works. Well, the digital portfolio, it's a lifetime service. So anytime you need any assistance, if you want to make any changes, you can definitely reach out to us with no charges involved, okay? You can reach out to us and we'll be there to assist you accordingly, okay?
Amazing, thank you.
Yeah, feel free to reach either me, Hazel, or Mike, or anyone you feel comfortable with, and we'll always be here for you, okay?
Awesome, thank you so much, Alex.
Alright, so on behalf of the entire United OPT team, we wish you all the best in your career ahead. And if in the future you are willing to continue with the services, or maybe go back to the job search market, please do not hesitate to reach out to us, and we'll be very happy to enroll you again with the family, okay?
Thank you so much, and I'll definitely do that. Thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate it, all your help.
Yeah, alright, Alfonso, thank you so much for your time. Have a good day ahead.
Thank you, you too.
Alright, bye-bye.
Yeah.